in the service of the people. Now signing off. This is ABS-CBN Corporation Channel 2 in the service of the Filipino. Now signing off. Now signing off.
Nangangako kami sa inyo, hindi kami mananahimik sa pag-ataking ito sa ating demokrasya at sa malayang pamamahayag.
Good evening, I'm your host, DJ Lonyo, and welcome to YoViDz. Now today we're gonna cover a very hot topic for the past hours, and yes, I am talking about the ABS-CBN shutdown. Now I'm assuming most of you already know about this situation, but if you're not, well, let me tell you what happened. Yesterday, May 5, the ABS-CBN network received a CDO or a cease and desist order from the NTC or the National Telecommunications Commission of the Philippines, ordering them to basically shut down and stop their operations immediately. Now this led to ABS-CBN having to go off air for the second time in its broadcasting history, which led to a massive backlash from the public. So before we go further, I just want to remind you guys that this is just my 2 cents about the whole situation. Okay, so first, what exactly is a cease and desist order? A cease and desist letter is a document sent to an individual or business to stop purportedly illegal activity and not to restart it. The letter may warn that if the recipient does not discontinue specified conduct or taken certain actions by deadline set in the letter, the party may be sued. When issued by a public authority, a cease and desist letter, being a warning of impending judicial enforcement, is most appropriately called a cease and desist order, hence the CDO. Now what I understand from this is that the license that ABS-CBN has expired on May 4th, but they continued to broadcast until May 5, which is yesterday. And that is why the NTC gave the cease and desist order for them to shut down immediately, because technically they can't do broadcasting anymore because they don't have the license. So there is this issue that has surfaced online way back on February, which people thought was one of the reasons why ABS was shutting down, is because they allegedly did not pay taxes correctly. But based on this article by CNN Philippines, the BIR confirmed that the accusations was false and ABS-CBN did not commit any violations regarding their taxes. They are regularly filing and paying their taxes for the past numbers of years, said Simplicio Cabantac Jr., which is the head of a unit of the BIR Large Taxpayer Service. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, paying tax is not one of the reasons why ABS is being forced to shut down. And one of the issues that ABS-CBN is facing is that FICTAP is accusing them of illegally charging its viewers for free content. Now this was said yesterday on 24 Horas, which is a GMA news outlet, and here's the interview. So basically what's happening in this interview is that FICTAP are one of the opposers of the renewal of the contract or the franchise contract of ABS-CBN. They believe that ABS-CBN made some violations and that they are illegally charging people for something that should be free, for something that is unlicensed, I don't really know that much about media or journalism and stuff. So yeah, if any one of you who is watching knows something about the media or broadcasting or something, please do comment down below. It would be a huge help if you explain this further, because I know I can give more than a outsider's opinion. So it's important to know that ABS has been trying to renew their franchise contract for a while now, and that it keeps on getting postponed. And especially now, in the midst of a global pandemic, its renewal has been postponed until further notice. However, they did promise ABS that they would give them a provisional permit so that the network could continue broadcasting even though it is in the midst of a renewal. But things took a turn for the worse. As we all know, yesterday ABS shut down because NTC decided to go back on their promise to give them a provisional permit to continue broadcasting because of a guy named Jose Calida. Okay, so Jose Calida is a Filipino lawyer and is the current Solicitor General for the Philippines. Okay, so Jose Calida stated that there is no law delegating the powers of Congress to approve franchises to the NTC. And he even warned of gaffe charges to the NTC commissioners if they were to give the ABS-CBN the provisional permit. However, Calida's views differ from that of Justice Secretary Menardo Guevara, who believes that no law governs the situation ABS-CBN is currently in, which should have given the NTC more leeway in allowing the network to continue operating. So yeah, Justice Secretary Menardo Guevara made a great case onto this ABS-CBN situation. You know, we are in a unprecedented situation in modern times with the ongoing global pandemic, where the people are in more need of news information every day more than ever. I mean, they could have just made some exemptions, you know, given the state that the country is currently in. But yeah, I'll talk about that more on later. Okay, so one of the more popular theories as to why ABS-CBN is or has shut down is because of its history of feuds with President Rodrigo Duterte. So President Duterte has been publicly ranting against ABS-CBN since assuming office, saying that the network refused to carry his campaign commercials even if they have been already paid for. In 2018, Duterte said he will block the renewal of the network's franchise. Last year, he told the Lopez family to just sell the company to a new owner to boost its chances of staying in business. It's no secret that the two have been in a constant back and forths. And did that add to the play of the network getting shut down? I don't know. Now, one thing that I really am confused about is ABS had a problem of renewal way back in 2014, which gives them like 5 or 6 years to sort things out, you know, which leaves one to wonder what have they been doing the past years. We're talking about ABS-CBN. This is the leading company, the leading network in the country, and you better be sure that they have lawyers and attorneys for this stuff. It just confuses me how they should have taken care of this earlier before they got shut down and such. Again, I don't know much about it. Were there any reasons as to why they didn't got renewed for the past 6 years? Again, if you know something, please feel free to comment down below, as I would like to get more information about this. And one other thing that I found interesting in this whole situation are the people that are criticizing the government for prioritizing the shutting down of the ABS-CBN network rather than the ongoing pandemic. Okay, so first, this was not a big surprise. This issue has been going on for months, and maybe for years. I don't know, because the first time I heard about this story is back on October last year, and ever since then it's been a major story. So I don't really know why people are reacting like it was like a big surprise. And the government and NTC did not just woke up one morning and said, hey, I'm gonna shut down ABS-CBN today. That's not what happened. And I'm not necessarily defending the government or the NTC here. If you watch some of my videos, I've always said that I am not a political dude. I don't know much about politics either, but I don't know, I just found it interesting how some of the people reacted the way they did. So, was the shutdown necessary? Personally, I don't know. One may argue yes, because the network doesn't have a license to produce anything anymore. But then again, no, because of the media needs of the public, because of this ongoing pandemic. With all of this campaign telling people to stay home, don't go outside, one may think that they could have just let ABS-CBN continue with their broadcasting. Why? Because Filipinos enjoy watching television, and it is their favorite pastime. If you want people to stay home, give them a reason to. Television is one of the most crucial things that are keeping people entertained during these times. Yes, internet is another thing, but most Filipinos don't have internet. The general public has TVs though. And with ABS out of the play, it leaves a giant void in the entertainment aspect of the average Filipino. So don't be surprised if most of them are like outside trying to entertain themselves and stuff. Yeah, you could argue that there are many more channels that are left, like GMA, TV5 and whatnot, but you can't just force people to watch something that they don't like. You took something that's a part of them, a part of their childhood, a part of their identification as a person, and then you can't just shove another thing in. So yeah, I think they could have just let them continue broadcasting, and then find them along the way when everything settles and the pandemic is over and stuff. But I don't know. So in conclusion, is ABS going to come back? Definitely. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. Everybody knows that the ABS is a media giant, and you can't just ignore that fact. With the network supporting 11,000 employees, and then the government and other associations that contributed to it shutting down will not look so good in the eyes of the people. So yeah, it's just a matter of days until ABS comes back. So I don't really understand why some people are treating this like it's the end of the world. I know there are causes in play other than that, like media freedom and things like that. And yeah, the network will not be silenced. And if they are, the Filipino people will speak up for them. As simple as that. Okay, so one last thing that I want to mention is that traditional TV is dying anyway. Going back on the FICTAP interview with Jessica Soho, if you don't know what FICTAP is exactly, they are a non-profit organization of cable TV operators. And I am guessing that ABS is not a member of this, because if they were, FICTAP wouldn't have gone against them. So I think there's a larger thing at play here when FICTAP wanted to oppose ABS because of their introduction of the ABS-CBN black box, which takes people away from the traditional cable TV. But like I said, the traditional cable TV is dying. It's basically an old, outdated world where the future is in streaming. Now I know most Filipinos don't have internet yet, and that's why they choose to go with black box, which is a one-time buyout rather than applying for cable subscription, which charges you every month. So I don't know, I don't really trust FitDAP. So yeah, I'm gonna pass the question on to you guys. Let me know what you guys think on the comment section down below, and if you agree with me with some of my points, or if you disagree with me, please feel free to correct me in any kinds. I would like to be informed correctly as well. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are staying healthy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.